भज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन भज जनरञ्जन यमुनतीरावनचारि यमुनतीरावनचारि जय राधमाधवा कुञ्जविहारि जय गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदनन्दन भज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन भज जनरञ्जन यमुनतीरावनचारि यमुनतीरावनचारि हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा गोकुल नंद राधे जय राधा गोकुल नंद राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व जय जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि श्री राधा गोविंद भगवान की जय। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की जय। गौ निताई की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। गौर परमानंद हरि। Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurvunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swa Padantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sriyuta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadha Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Hare Krishna all devotees, very nice to see you all for our Sunday Feast program. Hare Krishna, Shashi Mataji.
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Nice to see you.
It's nice to see you as well.
Yeah. So today's our topic is actually the significance of Ratha Yatra. Also today we are observing the disappearance of two great Vaishnavas, two great personalities. Yeah, the disappearance of Swarup Damodar Goswami and also Sivananda Sena. So first we'll briefly discuss about these great personalities because it is very, very important for us to take their blessings who are prominent personalities in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. Yeah. So, and then we'll discuss the significance of Ratha Yatra because this is the Ratha Yatra season starts actually. Yeah. So, Swarup Damodar Goswami, a very, very beautiful explanation is given, and also a wonderful personality. He is also known as Purushottam Acharya. Yeah. And Swarup Damodar Goswami is the closest associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. And also actually he is very famous as, he is known as, well known as guardian of Gaudiya devotees. Yeah. So if someone writes some new slokas, new verses, or new book, something like that, immediately Swarupa Damodar Goswami, he refers, he checks it, and he checks for any either philosophical flaws or grammatical flaws, he corrects it, and then he sends it to the approval of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And also if someone does any misbehavior like that, immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu allocates that task to Swarupa Damodar Goswami. Okay, so and so Gaudiya has done so and so. Yeah, you please go and check. Just like his disciplinary committee head, like that. Yeah, and he corrects. He speaks to them. He corrects them. Yeah, so like that. This is a wonderful seva of Swarupa Damodar Goswami. And Swarupa Damodar Goswami is the one who knows all internal, the inner or the hidden truths about Chaitanya Leela. Yeah. So he knows everything, So Swarupa Damodar Goswami and Ramananda Rai, yeah, they always 24/7 they are with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah. When Krishnadas Kavidas Goswami, when he has written Chaitanya Charitamrita, actually he took the memories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Swarupa Damodar Goswami, so that we can understand how much intimate associate he is. And Swarupa Damodar Goswami, he observes the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he sings. He is a great musician, yeah, and he is well knowledgeable. It's written like he's a great musician, like a Gandharvas, and he is well knowledgeable like a Buraspati. Okay, and he glorifies Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the storehouse of devotional mellows, like that. Yeah. So when Swarupa Damodar Goswami sings kirtans, okay, he observes the mood. All his kirtans are according to the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, he sings from Gita Govinda, he sings from Krishna Karnamrita, and also he sings so many songs of Chandi Das and Vidyapatis, which enhance Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's internal sentiments. Yeah, this is another beautiful thing we should observe. Okay, so and also it is written like we know Lalita and Visakha. Lalita Sakhi and Visakha Sakhi, they are very close associates of Srimati Radharani. Okay, so in the same way, like Ramananda Rai and Swarup Damodar, where Ramananda Rai as Lalita Sakhi and Swarup Damodar as Visakha Sakhi. Okay, they are the most closest and intimate associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, so and of course he is also known as a Purushottam Acharya. Okay, so these are few glimpses of Swarup Damodar Goswami, and it is very, very appropriate for us to remember such a great personality and take his blessings. As I mentioned, every song or book or kirtan, whatever the devotees write, he checks, he verifies the authenticity, and then he will send it for approval, so that we got the perfect authentic philosophy from in Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. Okay, so the origin is Swarupa Damodar Goswami. And the second wonderful personality is Sivananda Sena. Beautiful pastimes are given here actually for Sivananda Sena. Sivananda Sena is also very closest associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and it is given as like Sivananda had 3 sons named Chaitanya Dasa, Ramadasa, and Paramananda Dasa. Yeah. And Sivananda was one of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's intimate associates. And another thing, beautiful thing is, as directed by Lord, he escorted all the Gaudiya devotees to Nilachal every year, a pilgrimage to Nilachal. and he's in charge for this pilgrimage. And he provides them food and lodging, all the way through this, trip. Okay, this is very, very, beautiful seva to devotees. And very beautiful incident is given, which tells the, the purity and consciousness of Sivananda Swami. What is it like? During one pilgrimage to Nilachal, a dog joined their party along with other devotee congregation. And Sivananda took personal care of him, even paying extra fare to allow this dog to cross the river in boats, along with them, like that. He did not ignore, it's like, low species soul. And what happened? One night, Sivananda was detained for some time, and the devotee congregation moved forward, and they stayed at one place. And at a later stage, Sivananda arrived at the camp, somewhere at, in the late evening. And he couldn't find the dog. He's searching for the dog, and he can't find the dog. So, dog was nowhere to be found. Then Sivananda did not accept any prasadam that night. And finally, when the whole congregation arrived to Nilachal, they found this dog is in the presence of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this dog was eating some prasad given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and chanting Krishna, Krishna, like that. And Sivananda offered his humble obeisances at the feet of this dog and apologized. Now you can understand, you can understand the consciousness of Sivananda Swami. Okay, he did not ignore even a lower species soul, because Krishna should be given to everyone. Krishna Prema, Krishna's mercy, Krishna Prasadam, Krishna Kirtan, Krishna Kada should be given to every living entity, irrespective of their position, no matter whether they are lower species or higher species or human beings. That mode, that consciousness, we can understand from Sivananda Swami. Okay, so these great two beautiful personalities, today we are observing their disappearance day, and we humbly pray to their lotus feet to bless us so that we can progress in our spiritual life. And Ratha Yatra, Jagannath Ratha Yatra. Actually, the season starts when Ratha Yatra starts in Puri. Every year we celebrate Ratha Yatra. Of course, last year because of pandemic, we celebrated Ratha Yatra partially by distributing prasadam to devotees, if you remember. This summer season is very famous for Ratha Yatra. And by mercy of the Srila Prabhupada, all over the world, many of our ISKCON temples celebrate Ratha Yatra. Okay, the first Ratha Yatra was started by Srila Prabhupada. When he was at the age of 6, his father, he used to make a small Jagannath Raja cart and offering to the beautiful deities of Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, and Srila Prabhupada lead that beautiful small cart and celebrate Ratha Yatra, offering nice and delicious bhoga and distributing prasadam, like that. When Prabhupada was at the age of 6, that gives the indication that in future, at certain point of time, this wonderful soul will be the root cause for celebration of Ratha Yatra all over the world. So, and of course, we know when Prabhupada came to New York, and as the movement is picking up, the first Ratha Yatra was celebrated in New York in a wonderful way, where the Westerners enjoyed, they understood what exactly is Ratha Yatra is. Yeah. A wonderful, if any of you heard this word called Juggernaut, Juggernaut. Yeah, Juggernaut. It's an English word actually. It's an English word. Juggernaut. Juggernaut. You should, search in dictionary. You will get the meaning of this Juggernaut. What is this Juggernaut? Actually, originally this word Juggernaut came from the word Jagannath. Yeah? The history is given very nicely. In early 14th century, Franciscan missionary Friar Odoric brought to Europe the story of an enormous carriage that carried an image of Hindu god Vishnu, whose title was Jagannath, means literally Lord of World, through the streets of India in a spiritual procession. Odoric reported that some worshippers, of course, yes, it used to happen like that those days. Yeah, like some worshippers, they themselves crush beneath the vehicle wheels to sacrifice their life for Lord Jagannath. But anyway, those days this used to happen. Okay. Anyway, this story of Jagannath was came to Europe in that way somewhere in 14th century. And the tale caught the imagination of English listeners. And by 19th century, they were using this word Juggernaut to refer to any massive vehicle, yeah, or to any other enormous entity with power, yeah, and strength. Okay. So the origin for this one is Jagannath. Okay, of course, all words, irrespective of language, for every language, the origin is our Sanskrit, the divine language of Sanskrit. But this is, something beautiful. This Juggernaut word I found in dictionary, and yeah, because of Jagannath, the story came to Western countries in 14th century. Okay, they created a word called Juggernaut, and using it as a powerful, capability, or large massive vehicle, like that. So this is one interesting point. Anyway, so if we try to understand the significance of Ratha Yatra, actually, Prabhupada explained Ratha Yatra is, Diwali we celebrate as a festival of lights. Yeah. In the same way, Prabhupada described Jagannath Ratha Yatra as a festival of love, as a festival of sacrifice. Prabhupada explained that, this Ratha Yatra is the origin for highest love in spiritual world. Yeah. In Prabhupada's lectures, he often explained the historical principles of Ratha Yatra, and also he explained about this Ratha Yatra in simple terms, that with one statement, one quotation, Prabhupada always says, Ratha Yatra means Jagannath Ratha Yatra, we are bringing Ratha Yatra, Jagannath is coming on the streets. Yeah. So Prabhupada is explaining, bringing Krishna back into our hearts. The essence of Jagannath Ratha Yatra, Prabhupada explained as bringing Lord Jagannath back into our hearts. Of course, he is always there in our hearts, but because of this power of Maya, the influence of Maya, it's hidden. Okay. So uncovering means, removing the dust of our heart and discovering the Lord who resides in our heart, or bring the Lord Jagannath back into our heart. This is what Srila Prabhupada explained when he speaks about Ratha Yatra. And also Prabhupada mentioned Ratha Yatra is a festival of love and a festival of sacrifice. Okay, love and sacrifice for the pleasure of Lord Jagannath, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yeah. Generally, we go to temple. Okay, So we go to temple means when we have the desire to see the Lord, we go to temple. Okay. Atheists, yeah, who have no faith in God or who has no, knowledge about God, okay, they don't come to temple, isn't it? But the beauty of Ratha Yatra is, Lord comes on the streets so that knowingly or unknowingly they can take the darshan. We know, when we attend the Ratha Yatra, we can see so many people, so many outsiders. They take prasad, they sing dances for, the kirtan. Yeah? And, okay, they may like, they may not like the existence of God, but they see the Radha cart, they see the deity. Yeah? They see wonderful devotees, they see the tilak and all. Yeah? So the beauty of Radha Yatra is Krishna, out of his causeless mercy, is coming out to give his darshan. Yeah? So the story was like, once Krishna, one story is like, when Krishna, Baldev and Subhadra, when they visited Kurukshetra once, all the gopis, when they understood Krishna was there, they came to Kurukshetra. Okay. And they are taking darshan of, the Lord. And at that time, everyone is very happy to see Baladev, Subhadra and Krishna, arriving to Kurukshetra, and there was a big procession happened first time. Yeah. Where everyone enjoyed, and Lord Baladev, Lord Krishna, and their dearest sister Subhadra, they gave their darshan. It's like a festival happened. Yeah. So this is one story from our scriptures, and of course we all know the story of how Lord Jagannath was manifested. So the story of the beautiful pastime of King Indrajumna. We will briefly discuss, this pastime of the king Indrajumna. But remember, whenever we think about Jagannath's pastime, or whenever we are thinking about the importance or significance of Ratha Yatra, okay, one thing coming in our mind we should remember is the rope which everyone holds and pulls, so that the Ratha cart moves. Okay, the rope. And the second one is the sweeper, who sweeps before the cart, before the Ratha. Yeah. So the rope, the sweeper, yeah, and of course, the wonderful seva, the beautiful decoration, and wonderful seva amongst different devotees. How they enjoy the seva and all. Yeah, these are the three important points. Okay, of course there are many, but within our time period, okay, we will discuss these 3 points to understand the essence of Radha Yatra, Lord Jagannath Radha Yatra. Yeah. King Indrajumna was a great devotee of Lord Vishnu, and he wanted to serve the Lord. But he is thinking like, he is wasting his time. Okay. And he is thinking, how can he serve physically the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Then one saint came and he told him about the Lord manifested as, Neela Madhav. Okay. On one certain mountain. Okay. So by hearing this news, the king felt very happy, and he is trying to discover where exactly is this the deity of Neela Madhav, and he sent all his priests, all Brahmanas, to different parts of his kingdom to find. Yeah, and everyone is going and searching, and they couldn't find anywhere. But one of the priests called Vidyapati, yeah, as part of his search, he stayed at one place where these tribals live. Tribe, the caste, low caste known as Sabara, okay, section lives. He stayed in one of the Sabara's house, okay, and the householder name is Viswasu. and he has a wonderful daughter called Lalita. Okay, so this priest, stayed in their house, when he went as part of the church, and they are serving nicely. The head of the family, Isvasu, told his daughter, okay, serve this wonderful Brahman nicely, take care of him, and she is serving nicely. Of course, after they stayed for he stayed, for a few days. He married that girl by, based on their proposal, request, and he is also happy with the wonderful qualities of this girl, Lalita. Okay, but one abnormal behavior this Vidyapati observed is the head of the family, somewhere all of a sudden he goes out and he comes the next day noon. While he is returning, he is bringing, so much nice camphor, nice some prasadam, different paraphernalia back home. So he is curious to know where exactly this guy is going and coming back, with all these beautiful, wonderful offerings. So he asked his wife, Lalita, who is the daughter of this Viswasu. Actually, Viswasu, Lalita knows, but they made it a secret. They don't want to really reveal it to anyone. So Viswasu told his daughter, that don't tell the secret to anyone. Yeah? But somehow, since they got married, she doesn't want to hide this to her husband. So she told her husband, my father goes regularly and worship Neela Madhav. He goes secretly. It's a secret worship. We don't want to reveal it to anyone. When he heard the word Neela Madhav, immediately this priest Vidyapati was jumped out of happiness and ecstasy, because he was searching for this Neela Madhav, isn't it? That's his task. So then he asked his wife, I would like to go and take darshan. Could you please help? So Lalita keep on asking her father. And then after repetitive requests, father agreed. But they tied a cloth to his eyes, make blindfolded, so that he won't know where exactly they are going. Yeah. But Vidyapati, he wants to know the route also. Yeah, so that's why he tied some mustard seeds in a cloth, and on the way he just left a few mustard seeds on the way so that he can identify the route. Anyway, he took the darshan of it's a very big story actually. I am just summarizing. He took the darshan and he felt very happy, and he was very eager to reveal this secret to his king in Indrajumna. So the Lord appeared in the dream of this Sabara, this low caste person who worships Neela Madhav. And he spoke like, all these days, I accepted a simple offering from you. Of course, I am very happy with your service, but now I want royal offerings from King Indrajumna. Yeah. So when Viswasu heard this one, he was very upset, actually. He thought the cause for this one is this Vidyapati, this Brahman. Because of that, he is losing his service to Neela Madhav. Anyway, to cut it short, this Vidyapati went to King Indrajumna and he revealed the secret. I found where Neela Madhav is. And King Indrajumna felt very, very happy. Yeah. And immediately they came to that place. But what they observed is, there is no Neela Madhav. Neela Madhav disappeared. There is no deity of Neela Madhav. Yeah. So, and then the king got a dream, and the Lord told him that, I will receive offerings from you, definitely, but not as Neela Madhav. Okay. So I will manifest as, in a wooden form. Okay. So you don't worry, you don't get, upset. Yeah. So, and you don't suspect this, because the king got angry. He thought this Sabara, Viswasu, hid this deity of Neela Madhav, and he thought of punishing him. But the Lord said, no, he is a wonderful devotee. he served me all these days. Yeah, but I won't appear you as Nilamadha. Okay, I will appear in a daru form, in wooden form, and so that you can worship me in that form. Yeah, so like that. So, and then of course, then he thought of, and the Lord said, you build a beautiful temple for me. Yeah, and then he started building the temple. And in the meantime, he visited Lord Brahma to discuss about the installation of the Lord. And when he returned back, one day of Brahma is, many, generations on Kali Yuga. So, all those people who were there in King Indrajumna's time, they were all died by that time. So, anyway, that temple was there, and then they are thinking of installing, and Indrajumna requested Lord Brahma to install the deity, and Lord Brahma said, I am not at all qualified. Lord should appear by his own will. What I can do is, I will install the flag on top of the temple, so that anyone take the darshan of this flag, yeah, so they will be liberated. Of course, with a pure consciousness, with dedication, with bhakti, yeah. And then he installed the flag. And the Lord instructed King Indrajumna that, you can find me a big, log of wood, where, you can mold a beautiful deity of mine and install in the temple. So finally they found the log as, as instructed by the Lord, and he approached so many, these sculptures who create Lord's deity, and none of them are able to do. But again, Lord appeared as an old Brahman, and he said, you don't worry, I will do it. Give me 21 days time. Yeah, I will carve the deity of Jagannath, Baldev, and Subhadra. But, I will close, within the closed doors. You don't open the door. If you open the door in between, whatever state they are, they will be like that. Yeah. So the king accepted. So this old Brahmana started carving within. And after 14 days, yeah, something like that, when he came, okay, all these days he was very quiet. But when he came, he observed there are no sounds of carving, no sounds of tool, from within the temple. So he was anxious. Oh my God, what is happening inside? There is no sound. Is this old Brahman doing or not? Is he well or not? Yeah. And finally he opened the door. When he opened the door, there is no Brahman. And he saw the deity of Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, yeah, without legs, without hands. And he was very upset that, I am the cause for this, half-carved deities. It's an offense, actually. I am not supposed to open the door because of this, it's incomplete. Yeah. And he was very sad. Then again, Lord appeared in his dream and he said, don't worry, this is my Leela. I would like to appear, in this age of Kali, in this form, and I would like to be available to every living entity, not owned by anyone else. So why I am quoting this story is the beautiful point here we should observe is, the Viswasu, when he was worshipping Nilamadhav, it's very secrecy worship. And this Nilamadhav is not at all available to anyone else. Yeah. But Lord Jagannath, the manifestation of Lord Jagannath is available to every living entity. On top of that, he comes out to give his darshan. Understand? This is the difference. So what can we understand from this one? Don't think that Lord is yours or Lord is mine, my Krishna. When you speak to others, yeah, don't say my Krishna, my Lord, like that. Our Krishna. Yeah. So that is very, very important. Krishna is for every living entity. That should be our consciousness. We should give Krishna to every living entity. Okay. That's the, the main essence behind the manifestation of, Lord Jagannath. Okay. And how can we all be engaged in this beautiful, concept of our Krishna. Yeah, because that is Krishna's wish. He is saying, as a Nilamadhav, I was limited to only this Sabara called Viswasu. But as a Jagannath, I want to be available to everyone. So how can we be engaged ourselves as per Lord's, statement that I want to be engaged to every living entity? By serving Lord Jagannath. Okay. And Ratha Yatra is the best opportunity for all of us to serve the Lord and, make him available to every living entity by serving prasadam, okay, by engaging other people in this Ratha Yatra procession, okay, by giving them Krishna Kirtan, yeah, Krishna Katha, okay, invite all your, near and dear, your friends, well-wishers to Radha, to the procession. And when we are in procession during the festival, we should ourselves engage in different services. This is very, very important. Okay. So Lord Jagannath is not limited to any individual devotee or any individual organization. Okay, that's why Prabhupada started, Jagannath procession in New York at some 23 Avenue. I forgot the number, that route where so many conditioned souls are, drug addicts and so many people are there. Prabhupada has specifically chosen that route of procession to make sure those souls will get the darshan of the Lord. This is how Srila Prabhupada fulfilled the desire of Lord Jagannath. Isn't it? Yeah. So this is one point. That's why I'm saying this statement is very, very important. Don't try to be guest of the Lord. Be the host of Lord. Yeah. Become the host of Lord's festivals. It can be Jagannath Ratha Yatra, it can be Janmashtami, it can be Gaur Purnima, anything, or normal Sunday feast program. That is also a festival. Sunday feast festival, we don't say, ordinary Sunday feast program. Even Sunday feast, we say Sunday feast festival. Okay. If you become the host of Lord's event, then only we will get the entry to spiritual world. Okay. If you want to be a guest for Lord, okay, do you think you can enter into the spiritual world as a guest and expect services from Krishna? Krishna, I am coming to your spiritual world, Goloka Vrindavan, after leaving this body as a guest. You open the doors and serve me. Do you think it is possible? No, isn't it? Okay. The doors will be opened only when we are host in this lifetime and serve the Lord. For only such hosts, such servants only, after leaving this body, the doors of spiritual world will be opened. So that because they are qualified to serve the Lord as a servant. If you think you are the host, yeah, you are the guest, not the host, the doors will be closed. Yeah. So this is very, very important point. Understand? Become the guest is very, very dangerous. So become the host of the Lord's event and bend your body, think, use your, let us use our senses, our energy, our money, whatever it is, in the service of the Lord. This is very important point for us to remember. And why I mentioned, that sweeper, one who sweeps before the chariot. Okay, the king sweeps before before the procession. Understand? So that's a service, isn't it? So irrespective of the position of the living entity, because he is the Lord, no one else is the Lord there. Understand? So the essence here is become the host of Lord's event, so that the doors will be opened for you, serve the Lord in spiritual world. Okay, so and the rope of the Ratha cart. Okay, strong ropes are there where all devotees, if you see, yeah, people want to touch it, people want to hold it, and people want to pull it, isn't it? Yeah. Prabhupada mentioned another statement. Ratha Yatra means festival of love, festival of service, and Prabhupada mentioned the third one, festival of unity. Ratha Yatra is the festival of unity, yeah, where all devotees hold the rope and unitedly pull it so that the cart will move forward, isn't it? Okay. Sometimes individuals may feel like I am pulling. Since I am pulling, the Radha is moving. Yeah. That feeling will come. Since I am pulling, the Radha cart is moving. If Krishna wants to, stay like that, he can stay, isn't it? Yeah. We are not that strong enough to pull the cart, physically strong enough. Only the strength required is the consciousness. The real strength required is bhakti. Yeah, that is the real strength to pull the cart. Understand? So we should not own that, the result of moving the cart and put it in our account since I pulled it. Yeah, during Radha Yatra, sometimes people will hold, they will pull for some time. In between, some other people will come. They are trying to put the hand, and some people will miss the rope, and someone else will grab that space and pulls, isn't it? When devotees, I observed many times, when they miss that space, when they are kicked out in that crowd, they feel very upset. And again, they want to hold it. Again, they want to, pull it. That enthusiasm, that pain is required actually. When you miss that space, that pain is required. Oh, I missed it. And even there are beautiful, wonderful devotees who are pulling, and parallelly they are trying to help small kids. They are trying to help old people. Come. Okay. And they will move their hand and give some space and hold these old people's hand and put it on rope and helping them to pull. Isn't it? Yeah. And sometimes that's why if you observe, we have a special cart for children where all children pull the children's Radha cart. Yeah. So this is the festival of unity. You pull and you let others to pull. You sweep, you let others to sweep. Okay. So from those days onwards, the kings, they sweep first and then the procession starts. Okay. And that comes as a tradition even now. The king of Puri, even though it's a democracy now, still the king of Puri, coming from the same descendants, they sweep. And in some major cities, the local mayor, they will come and they will sweep. And then this procession starts. What exactly is this concept of sweeping before the cart? Is it like, once you sweep, then cart starts? Or Prabhupada mentioned, of course, the sweeping before the procession is like, cleaning our heart. Okay. You clean your heart and then Lord will enter. Is it like once we clean our heart, Lord will enter, or once the Lord enter, the heart will be cleaned? Which one comes first? Anyone answer? Anyone would like to answer? Is it because of the procession? Yeah, because Radha, Radha cart is there. Okay, someone are sweeping, or after sweeping only Radha cart will start. In other words, okay, I will clean my heart and invite the Lord inside. Or once the Lord steps in, my heart will be cleaned. Which one is correct? Anyone has any answer? See, Basically, Krishna as a super soul already there within the heart, isn't it? Okay. Just thinking of the Lord itself is the beginning of cleaning our heart, isn't it? Yeah. If you don't clean, someone else will clean, and they grab that opportunity, and the cart will move. Krishna will come. Okay. Krishna is not at all scarcity of a shelter of your heart to stay. There are many wonderful devotees whose heart is completely pure. Krishna can stay happily there. Yeah. But still, as a super soul, Krishna is residing within our heart, though our heart has so many impurities. And Krishna is giving us the chance to clean. So this is all, parallel process happens. Krishna is already there, but many impurities are there. Okay. Wipe out those impurities. Okay. This cleaning and wiping out our impurities is the famous pastime, Gundicha Marjana, cleaning the Gundicha temple. The Lord starts from, Jagannath temple, and the procession goes to Gundicha temple, where the Lord resides there for a week. Okay. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, along with all his associates, thoroughly cleans the Gundicha temple because the Lord is coming. So whenever we take, we clean our temple, yeah, we call it as a Gundicha Marjan Seva. Okay, cleaning not in a one phase, two phase. I remember Dinabandhu Prabhu mentioned once, like, even after thoroughly cleans, there may be minute particles. So one more level of cleaning. Yeah. So those days there is no water pipes, water hoses, and to clean. Okay. They take the water from wells and in the pots, and they clean. Yeah. Not once or twice. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally observes this cleaning process and makes sure not even a single dust particle stays there. Okay. So this cleansing process is very, very important. So, so that the Lord will come and reside. Understand? So that's why, there are, many beautiful points we can understand and implement, within our lives when we are thinking about this Jagannath Ratha Yatra. Yeah. And this cleansing process is very, very important. So we should not underestimate the sweepers who sweep before the procession. Like, sweepers sweeping is a low class task, like that. Okay. Of course, now in this pandemic, everyone knows, yeah, these sanitary workers, how much major, role they played, okay, in our lives, isn't it? Okay. The same thing here, Jagannath as a center, and who is cleaning as per the tradition? The king of Puri. He sweeps. He sweeps. Yeah. We discussed exactly a year back at the same time. We discussed the beautiful pastimes of King Purushottam. Yeah. So I narrated this story, exactly 1 year back, just before Ratha Yatra. Yeah. A very beautiful story, where he's a great devotee of Lord Jagannath, and he's a wonderful, famous king, and his glories were spread all over the world. And the king of Kalinga, he want to give his daughter in marriage to this King Purushottam. And King of Kalinga's daughter is Padmavati. She is a wonderful girl, very beautiful, very honest and devoted. Okay, all good qualities. Okay, so and King Purushottam also heard about Padmavati. So when this Kalinga king, he sent his minister to inform this news to Purushottam. The minister came and he informed the news. Purushottam is very happy for that one. He requested, why can't you stay for a few more days? We have Ratha Yatra. This is a beautiful event. Okay, event, you will be enjoyed, then you can go back. And the minister stayed there. And the festival of Jagannath Ratha Yatra came. And as a tradition, and of course, he himself is a great devotee of the Lord. He started sweeping the street before procession. This minister who belongs to this Kalinga kingdom, when he saw this, he was shocked. Oh my God, such a great king sweeping the street. No. He is not at all qualified to marry our Padmavati. Immediately he went and he told King of Kalinga, no, my dear king, yeah, he looks very nice, but he's sweeping the streets. No, let us not accept him, as our, son-in-law, not suitable as a husband, to our Padmavati. So then they rejected. This news came to Purushottam and he got angry. How can they reject? They themselves came to me and I accept. Now they are rejecting. This is not correct. Immediately he went for a fight. He declared a battle. Yeah. Of course, it's very beautiful story. Exactly last year, Bhupal Prabhu in our Sangha, he explained this story actually. So the story is a very big one, but I'm just cutting it down. Yeah. So he went for a battle on King of Kalinga. But Purushottam lost the battle. A great devotee, but he lost the battle and he was very upset. Then he thought, no, I am not deserved to, live. So I will give up my life by drowning in the nearby river. Then since he is very intelligent, then he thought, okay, before coming to battle, did I take permission from my Lord Jagannath? No, I did not take permission. That's the mistake. Immediately he went back, yeah, and he prayed the Lord, he begged forgiveness, yeah, and my Lord, please give me permission. Okay, this time with your blessings, okay, I will fight again, and I will imprison the king of Kalinga and bring his daughter back here, and I will let her marry to a street sweeper who does a very low level work, so that this is the best lesson I can teach. So again, immediately he went for a battle. He declared a battle. He went to there. For Purushottam, their main deity he's a great devotee of Jagannath. For King of Kalinga, their primal deity is Lord Ganesh. Yeah. So when Purushottam sent his this information to the King of Kalinga that I am coming for battle again, be ready. Yeah. And he is saying, like, this is not the battle between you and me. This is the battle between my Lord Jagannath and your Lord Ganesh. Now Lord Jagannath is going to fight your Lord Ganesh. Let us see who is going to win. Like that. And King Kalinga, he was laughing like, what such a fool. He just lost the battle. He went and again he is coming for a battle. And he is saying, this is the battle between Jagannath and Ganesh. Now our Ganesh is very, very powerful. Yeah. He will easily lose the battle again. So immediately, Purushottam came for a battle second time, and very ferocious fight. And unfortunately, again, Purushottam was about to lose the battle second time. Only half day is left. He is about to lose. Again, Purushottam. All his soldiers are running away from battlefield. Yeah, just a few hours left. Then all of a sudden, don't know what happened. Two personalities came on horses in the form of soldiers. They joined the army of Purushottam. They fought with the king of Kalinga. And King of Kalinga lost the battle. Strangely, no one expected King of Kalinga lost the battle. Will lose the battle. Yeah, within few hours of time, where Purushottam was about to lose, but two soldiers came in the form of and joined the army of Purushottam and just killed everyone. Everyone is struggled. Even the soldiers of Purushottam army also don't know who is these two people. They joined us and they are fighting against our enemies. Who are they? We never saw them in our army. Yeah. So like that, Purushottam won the battle in last few hours. When they are looking for these soldiers, they are disappeared. Then he imprisoned King of Kalinga, and he took the Ganesh deity from their temple, and he put it on his he brought it along with him, and he brought Queen Padmavati. Yeah, so they came back, and then he told his minister what he said. So let this girl marry a low-level street sweeper. Find a street sweeper, okay, who was doing that low-level service, and get her married to that street sweeper. This minister said, okay, that's fine. Okay, until that I will give shelter to this queen. And Queen Padmavati stayed in in the minister's palace. And in between, the days are moving. Yeah, Purushottam is asking, what happened to her marriage? Have you found any street sweeper to get her married? No, my dear king, I am still waiting. I am still searching. Like that. An year passed, and again Lord Jagannath, Ratha Yatra festival started. Okay, the day of festival, these kings get ready to sweep the street. Then the minister brought this queen to that festival. Before bringing, she told her, today I will find a street sweeper, okay, and I will get you married to that sweeper, like that. And then the king started sweeping the street, okay, before the Radha cart. Immediately this minister gave a garland to this queen. Okay, go and garland that sweeper. She went and then she garlanded this sweeper, who is nothing but the king himself. The king was shocked to see this. Hey, what are you doing? Why are you putting garland on me? And the minister came. My dear king, you told me to find a street sweeper and get her married. I can't find best sweeper than you. Every Ratha Yatra you are sweeping, very nicely. Yeah. So you are the best sweeper. That's why I would like her to get married with you. The king was very pleased with the intelligence of ministers. That's why ministers play a major role in kingdoms. And he was very pleased. Yeah. So this is very beautiful. I like this story very much. The key point here is sweeping the street before the Lord, sweeping the halls in our temple, okay, or sweeping the kitchen after cooking, or cleaning the toilets in our temple. No, Lord will be pleased by these services. Okay, they are not low-level services. This is very, very important. Okay, after taking prasada, many we have in our temple, Matajis came and they sweep the floor. Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3 total 3 rooms we need to sweep, and all the steps, yeah, the pathway and everything. Yeah, so great souls, they voluntarily come and they said, okay, I will sweep. Shall I go and sweep in kitchen? Shall I clean kitchen? Shall I clean the pots? Yeah. Shall I sweep the steps, the children's room? So this is the key point. This Ratha Yatra tells us that these services will be pleased by Supreme Personality of Godhead. Understand? Don't think that I am so and so in my material position. I am a big director or manager. or so on, so forth. No, nothing. Lord will be pleased when we clean his temple, when we wash pots. Okay, no, like this. So that's why, as I mentioned, because we are the host, our temple, okay, our Lord, our service to sweep, to clean, cleaning the plates of devotees, all these things. So the essence of Ratha Yatra tells us, since Lord is in the center, these are all beautiful services which will be pleased by Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, don't feel shy of cleaning or sweeping, because the king of Puri was swept for past many generations. This great devotee Purushottam swept, and he got married because he was a sweeper, isn't it? Since he was a sweeper, he got married. Understand? So these are the beautiful points. Again, only 3 points I would like to say. Become the host of Lord's event, not the guest. Understand? Don't feel shy of doing, sweeping, cleaning. Okay, these type of services. Lord will be pleased by these services. Okay, then only the doors of Vaikuntha will be opened, when we are, when we left our body. Okay, and the third one is, this is the festival of unity. Okay, and the last point I would like to tell is, which is very, very important. What exactly this rope of Radha cart represents? The rope of Radha cart represents the bona fide spiritual sampradaya. In our case, the Western name or English name is Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Okay, only when you caught hold of such bona fide sampradaya, then only Lord will come into our heart. Lord will accept. Understand? Okay, there will be problems. When you hold, someone will push you. Yeah, someone will step on your feet. Okay, some huge personality will press you between. You will be pressed between two huge personalities. Yeah, when there are old people, they struggle, but still try to hold. Don't get disturbed by all these pressures, because the rope represents our ISKCON. Don't leave ISKCON. Hold it. Then only Lord will come in our heart. So the rope represents the bona fide spiritual sampradaya. In our case, it's ISKCON. Don't leave it. Hold it tightly and pull. Only through that rope only you can bring the Lord. Okay? Without rope, you cannot get him. Then only the Lord will enter into our heart. Understand? So these are few points which I would like to share with all of you while understanding the essence of Jagannath Ratha Yatra. Okay, it's 10 past 2, so I will conclude here. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you very much for such a wonderful lecture. Very important message you have given. How the service is very important. Even the menial service is very important. And also you mentioned how we should become a host rather than a guest. Very, very important message, Prabhu. Thank you so much for sharing those wonderful realizations. And on that note, I request Radhamohan Prabhu to make the announcement about Ratha Yatra that we are planning in collaboration with Gita Bhavan. Radhamohan Prabhu.
Thank you, Gauranath Prabhu. So, dear devotees, for your pleasure, the Jagannath is again coming to Manchester, and I think is coming now for permanent stay in Gita Bhavan. He is going to stay permanently, as a worshipable deity in Gita Bhavan. So there is one wonderful family. They are taking a lead and to welcome Jagannath at the temple. So they have the welcoming ceremony on 21st of August, which is Saturday. And they very cordial and very warmly invited all the Hare Krishna devotees in Manchester to take a very leading role. So they have invited us to do the seva of a kirtan during the welcoming ceremony, and also to cook prasadam for all the devotees. That there will be devotees that will be joining in the festivities on that day. And also there will be a Rath Yatra as well on that day. Jagannath comes and Rath Yatra is not there, it is not possible. So there will be Rath Yatra also. So after the welcoming ceremony, they'll be taking Jagannath for a Rath Yatra from Gita Bhavan to our own temple at Mayfield Road, passing our temple and through the Alexandra Park and back to Gita Bhavan. This is the proposed route. If weather holds good, then they will make a bit longer route. Otherwise, this will stay as the proposed route. So Jagannath is coming and is also giving us the opportunity to again engage in his service. Last 2 years, we haven't had any opportunity to serve him in Manchester. So as Radha Prabhu was mentioning, be a host, not a guest. So right now, Jagannath is arranging his own festival and he's inviting us to be part of the festival. So let's come very enthusiastically in this festival. And with very, cooperatively, let's welcome Jagannath in Manchester, and let it be, a new beginning of, many Rath Yatras to come in Manchester. So that'll be on 21st of August, and our seva will be kirtan during the ceremony as well as during the Rath Yatra, and also will be cooking for Jagannath and his devotees. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Guru.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Radhamohan Prabhu. I got a very important announcements, everybody. We got some good news for all of you. So we have given some serious thought how to reopen this temple, given the lockdown is being lifted from 19th of July. So as a management, after taking everything into consideration, we know the virus is still there. The virus is not gone yet. We all know it very well. And at the same time, the lockdown is being lifted. And so, combining these two things together, we have reached a balanced approach. We wanted to take some baby steps in reopening this temple. So to that end, from 25th Sunday 25th July onwards, we have just changed the schedule for Sunday program. The Friday program will remain as it is, but we wanted to just make some changes to the Sunday program and see how it goes, how we feel about it. So the changes are as follows. So instead of 1 o'clock, the class will be moved to 11:30 in the morning. And from 11:30 till 12:30, we will have online class. The class will be online. And from 12:30 to 1 o'clock, there will be Aarti that will be broadcasted from the temple hall. One devotee will be offering Aarti, the other devotees will be singing, and that will be broadcasted. Again, it will be online, but it is from the temple room. So then after 1, we wanted to give half an hour. So from 11:30 till 12:30 class, 12:30 till 1 o'clock, Aarti. So we wanted to give a bit of gap, half an hour, and so the devotees can go to temple. And everyone is given an opportunity to take darshan of their lordships and Prabhupada. There will be a queuing system, and we request everybody to wear masks indoor. It is very, very important, because if for some, even if I've got I've taken 2 doses of vaccine, but I still wear vax for others' protection. So we request devotees to wear mask and come to the temple and take darshan of their lordships and Prabhupada. And what we are planning to do is arrange some prasadam, packed prasadam, and you'll be, sent out of the temple. So you take darshan and take a box of little lunch prasad, and will be out. That way, at least devotees can see each other, they can talk to each other, they can take some prasadam. It will be a simple prasadam initially, because we are planning to pack it. So we going to there is no allocated timings from 1:30. Just devotees, they come and queue and go. Yes, there is no particular allocated timings. So devotees just come and do that. Maybe each family, like if you are coming with a family, we can let the family in, and then take prasadam and go out. And we are not. It is better, I think. Initially, it is better we don't eat the temple. We take the lunch box. We can eat outside the temple or in the car at home. But at least we can see each other. We can talk to each other, and at least get the ball rolling. And we want to try it out for some time and see what we can learn. And if we feel comfortable, then we will take further steps towards it. But I think this is the simple step we want to take take forward, implement in reopening the temple. I hope that is clear, but we will send a clear message in the WhatsApp. We are planning this from 25th onwards, Sunday 25th July onwards. This is the change that is going to happen. And the devotees get so many engagements. Some devotees can cook, a family can go and cook, and other family can put prasadam in the boxes, and garland seva will be available, deity worship seva will be available. So various services will be available to devotees so that they can get engaged and we can see each other. And this is a small step towards fully reopening the temple. I hope that's a good news. I feel that's good news for me. I've not seen many devotees physically for a long time. I've not spoken to them. It's all like Zoom. I'm getting fed up with Zoom every day. I'm having in a week I'm doing so many programs. Sometimes it's a good idea to physically see devotees and talk to them, and sometimes just have some prasadam together outside. So this is the change that we are trying to implement. So the questions coming, let me take that question. It would be important for all of those to do a COVID test before coming, so no one is at risk. I think that's fine, and those who want to take a COVID test, that's fine. But again, they can catch up at any time. We don't know. But what we are planning is that we are going to implement this system of masks. Everybody should wear a mask. Anything that you want to comment on that, Radhamohan Prabhu?
I think no, Prabhu, you covered everything. I think if you can just reiterate the point that you mentioned, that in the temple, the entry will be only one group at a time, and that group will be one family.
Yeah.
So the family goes in, they take darshan, they come out, then only the second group will be able to come in. So there is no chance of associating with the group outside your bubble. So, and also the mask is compulsory, and also the devotees will be taking temperature at the doorstep. So if you are outside temperature limit, then we have to say sorry to the devotee. So I think these precautions we are taking, and hopefully these are enough to protect everyone, all the devotees who visit on that day.
Excellent. So that's it. And so thank you very much. And I am eagerly looking forward to seeing you all in the temple on
Keep
Sunday,
sanitizer
25th.
available as well.
Sorry?
Keep sanitizer available as well, so that people.
Yes. Definitely, sanitizer will be available, and we also keep some masks. But if we have to give masks, it's Krishna's property, so we may expect some donation for Lord Krishna. But ideally, if everybody brings their own mask, and that way we don't pollute the environment as well. If I have my own mask, I can keep it all the time, and if I'm using a cloth mask, then I can reuse it rather than throwing it and spoiling the environment. So it's a good idea to bring your own mask. Okay, so I hope it all goes well. This is a baby step. Let's try and see what happens. Manner doesn't allow pay. Yes, that's a wonderful point, Sumedha Radhika Mataji. Thank you so much. Yes, we are not going to allow as well. That's a wonderful point. Yes, devotees come and they stand, and while standing, they offer their obeisances to Prabhupada, and then they offer their obeisances while standing to the lordships, and then they'll be given a box of prasadam and they will come out. You're absolutely right. Thanks for reminding that aspect, Sumedha Radhika Mataji. Appreciate that.
Just one point, all the devotees, if you are happy with this news, this decision, you switch on your videos and give your darshan. It's a big haribol. Okay, that tells that you are happy with the decision. All the devotees, we have 13 on screen, I can see.
Let's begin Lord's darshan with your darshan.
Exactly.
Sumedha Radhika Mataji, Jai. Wonderful to see you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Very much.
Yeah, it's great news.
Very good. So thank you, Anil Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for your wonderful class.
Very nice to hear. And Shankar Prabhu, are you there? Yes, Sumed, thank you very much. Say big haribol. Sumed. Very good.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Shankar Prabhu. Switch on. We still have devotees who did not switch on their videos, because that tells that you are acceptance, that you are happy. Anyway, so yeah, that's really good news. It's a very happy news for all of us to connect to the temple physically and enjoy following the restrictions. So thank you very much, Nataraja Prabhu and Radha.
And I also request that Radha Vinod Prabhu will be putting quite a bit of effort, and I request all the devotees to support Radha Vinod Prabhu. And if you want to do some service, anything, you wanted to help in any way and offer some service, I request that please, approach Radha Vinod Prabhu. I'm sure he's so kind and so loving, and he would happy to engage you in a nice way. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Hare.